Yes, Jamila Ballard put it on me, and I'm whipped.
I don't give a shit what you got going on in your life, man. If I call you, say I'm coming into town, and you haven't seen me in over 10 years, it doesn't matter what you and your wife got.
Hold on, let me ask my wife. Job call. Hey, you coming to work today? Let me ask my wife.
What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to Roll the Clip TV. Roberto in the house. Y'all saw the title. Yes, I have to ask my wife. Just in case you were wondering. Yes, I have to ask my wife. This is going to be a good one, y'all. For those of you struggling with family boundaries, this is going to be a good one. For those of you with family issues, this is going to be a good one. For those of you with mama's boys or middling, this is going to be a good one. Let's go with this one. I got two clips I'm going to play for y'all. One is by my brother Greg. Y'all can check him out on TikTok. I'll put his link down below. My wife actually showed me this is a gentleman that we're familiar with. And I just thought this clip was hilarious because I literally went through this a couple of months ago, but I got into a heated conversation. That's going to be the second video I'm going to play from a relative of mine who tried to check me on some stuff. So yes, this is going to be an interesting one, but without further ado, roll the clip.
All right, so May 2025, getting married. Just to let you know, all questions are subjected to, let me ask my wife. For example, hey man, let me borrow $5. Hold on, let me ask my wife. Job call. Hey, you coming to work today? Let me ask my wife. Restaurant. Do you want cheese on that turkey burger? Hold on, let me consult with my wife. Somebody asked me, hey man, what you think? Lakers in 6 this year? Let me consult with my wife. If by chance someone asks me, when is Jesus coming back? Hold on, let me ask my wife. Because like they say, he who finds a wife, gotta ask his wife.
Yo, I thought this was, my wife showed me this. I must have watched this thing about 4 or 5 times. I thought it was hysterical because as much as, listen, you can call me a Mitch A. Negro. You can call me P-whipped. You can call me, what's the new terms now? Leapfrog, Sentinel, I don't know, something, simp, there you go. I said Sentinel, y'all. I said freaking Sentinel. Simp, well, you call me whatever you want to call me. But yes, I have to ask my wife. I thought Brother Craig was right on point. First of all, let me highlight this video real quick. Great. Shout out to you, man. All your videos are hilarious. Keep it going. I hope I can get you on the podcast, man. Let's connect on this one. But great. See, I'm getting married in 2025. I'm letting all y'all Negroes know. Yes, I gotta ask my wife. And while this may be a funny topic, it's a very serious topic because I had this happen to me recently, y'all. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. I'm gonna play the clip, but I think that this is something that we need to have a conversation about as grown men. I think when you are dating or you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, the rules may be a little bit different. But the moment you decide to put a ring on her finger, you marry her, the level of commitment has to change. And so it is out of respect and courtesy when I say I gotta ask my wife. Not because my wife, I'm a little kid and I gotta get permission. I don't feel that way. But when I say, I don't care how it sounds or how it comes across to other people. I say, yo, I gotta ask my wife, yo, I hit you back. Now, whatever you do with that information is up to you. I think it's really important, and I think it's vice versa. I think in a healthy relationship, let me slow down, y'all. Let me get something to drink. Hold on. It's just iced tea. Within a healthy relationship, I think it takes 2 individuals to create and set boundaries and stick to them boundaries. A long time ago, when I first met my wife, I have I've always had a habit when my phone rings. When I see it's her, she gets 1 or 2 rings. Ring, ring, and I'm answering. as long as I'm near my phone, and I am near my phone, I'm gonna go out say 98.9% of the time when she calls me, I pick right up. She's important to me. It's not because I'm a Mitch. It ain't because it ain't just because I'm P Whip. I will go on record, my brothers and sisters. Yes, Jamila Ballard put it on me, and I'm whipped. Years ago. I ain't been right since y'all. Anyway, but that's a good thing. If y'all don't whip each other, if y'all are not whipping each other, then something's wrong. Something's wrong in the damn sauce. So yes, I go on camera and admit I ain't got no qualms about it. I think it's long overdue. I think that more men should come up front. Yes, I love my wife. Yes, I'm whipped. Yes, I'm committed. Yes, I'm with her. Yes, that's bad. Yes, I gotta ask my wife. A couple of months ago, y'all, I gotta actually. Let me play the video, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to fill y'all in on what really happened. Roll the clip.
When we got the same blood running through our veins. So for you to kill an opportunity for us to link up, telling me I got to run it past my wife is suspect. Now you can holler. Now you can holler back. Okay. I was expecting you to say that. Go ahead. You haven't seen your cousin in over 17 years. I don't give a shit what you got going on in your life, man. If I call you and say I'm coming into town and you haven't seen me in over 10 years, it doesn't matter what you and your wife got going on. Hey, babe, I'm going to link up with my cousin for a few minutes to catch up. That's what you actually supposed to do. But you know what? Everybody in this family got their own fucking agendas, and I'm calling it out now, and I'm seeing how y'all really don't give a fuck. You want to call me back later, man? Okay. Oh no, I'm calling it out exactly for what it is, Robert. Stop trying to change it. See, this is why the disconnect is there. Because every time somebody step up, y'all always try to, I don't care about that. Hey man, you haven't seen my face in over goddamn near 20 years. She doesn't matter right now, Robert. So what you're telling me is you don't give a fuck about meeting up with your family because you got to run this shit past your wife. I don't know her. I don't fucking know. Close the door. Close the door. Oh, I'm already loud.
So, a couple of, maybe a year ago now, it's probably a little bit over a year. I actually did a video right when this happened, but I was so angry, I was cursing, I was kidding, and that's not the Roberto I want y'all to see. I am 53 years old now. Shout out to me, 53. I just turned 53 last week. My wife and I just celebrated our 9th year anniversary. Shout out to us, the Ballots. Let's go. Let's get it all day, all night. But about a year or so ago, before my wife moved into the house, I had a long distance relative, a cousin, reach out to me. We had some conversations over my idiot brother. And so in that dialogue, we just connected, we just talking, and we since that particular conversation, well, not lately, but since that conversation, we exchanged a couple phone calls. Hey, what's up, cuz? Chill. So he did tell me the first time I spoke to him that he was going to be coming to GA all day. For those of you who don't know what GA all day is, it is Georgia, Hotlanta, to say the least. I don't live in Hotlanta. I live about an hour and some change outside of Hotlanta. And a nice calm kumbaya. Well, I can't really say it's kumbaya, but it's okay. He said, so when I come in town, we got to connect. I said, okay, no problem. I said, I'm going to ask my wife. I said, I'm going to run about my wife. Something like that. Something to that extent. That's why I thought Craig's video was crazy. I said, I'm going to run about my wife. In the process of all of this, my wife and I were buying a house, right? We were, and so we finally got the closing date. I had no idea. I did let it slip. It wasn't a priority in my mind. Again, this was a distance cousin. When I say distance, the last time I even had a conversation with him was probably like 17, 18, close to maybe 19 years ago. And I probably hadn't seen him since maybe 25 years ago. It was even longer. So when I say distance, it's distance. I have a couple of close brothers that I speak to on a regular that I consider my brothers. Sir William, Will, y'all seen him on the channel before. Rob June, y'all have not seen him yet, and my brother Kev, and my brother Doc. I consider these four brothers brothers. We got almost 25 years of friendship, and so we've been through a bunch of issues separately together that we've pushed each other to overcome. So this guy was not on my list to keep in contact with. It really wasn't, and it was completely my fault. I did say and long story short, about a year or so passed, maybe almost 9 months. I get that phone call. I'm at work, working on one of the kiosks that I repair, and I get this FaceTime. I get this Facebook call. I'm like, yo, what up, cuz? You're like, nah. And that was only a little snippet of the video. The conversation was about 10 minutes long. Because I was so angry, I only remembered to hit screen record once I got heated. So anyway, he said, nah. So we going back. So I saw the hostility already in his voice, right, y'all? So he said, y'all ballots are full of ish. I said, well, I don't really deal with all of them, so you talking to me? I said, my bad. I said, if there's anything that I can rectify, I said, let's try to clear it up. Nah, if there's a misunderstanding, I said, let's try to clear it up. He said, ain't no misunderstanding. And that was a wrap. My brothers and sisters, I need y'all to know this. You have to create boundaries when it comes to family. And so I will admit, in this conversation, he said, well, my last text message from you said you were going to talk to your wife, and I never heard back from you. That's my fault. It really wasn't priority. I listen, for those people, and again, I'm going to admit my fault, but I still think it is an adult way to handle the situation, not like this. So my immediate circle of friends know Rob checks in, double checks in, and if they don't hear from me, they checking in with me a couple of days before, week before. That's just what we do. We were cable installers, so all of us are very time and detail oriented. I was buying a house, y'all. Closing date came. All I wanted to do was put my boo in her home. My wife and I were buying a house. I wasn't buying a house. We were buying a home. So all we were thinking about was the closing. So it completely left my mind. Months had passed. He told me he's been back and forth a couple times, and I've never reached out. Now, I have spoken to him via text messages in between all of this, before the actual fallout. This particular day, I saw his posture, I saw his tone, and when he said to me, there is no misunderstanding, I knew at that point on, I needed to shift gears from, hey, cuz, what up, homie, to put your wall up, because it's coming. And sure enough, it came. My brothers and sisters, I tried to explain. I said, you know what, my bad. I tried to explain about the house. He's like, I don't care what you was going through. And this is the thing that got me. And then you don't see it in the video because I think on my end it got kind of low, y'all. But he said the words. I said, my wife is my priority. He said, I don't give a F about your wife. Damn! Oh, come, oh, ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. My brothers and sisters, can I say this? That listen. Okay, calm down. That's all I heard. And I just blacked out. I took myself back to McGlory Manor Projects, Elizabeth, New Jersey. And I said, and we went back and forth. And I ended like this, my brothers and sisters. I said, let me tell you something. I said, this woman, I said, first of all, I don't give up about you. I said, I don't know you. I said, so you can go back to being exactly who you were to me before we did all this. And I hung up. Or he hung up. One of us hung up. The words, and I can't remember all the words we exchanged. It was a lot of profanity, a lot of yelling, and I had to walk outside of the store where I was working because I don't really have a volume level once I get upset. My wife has told me I need to work on that, and I am working on that, my brothers and sisters. I said all to say this. When I saw my man
Great.
video, I loved it because you don't ever say to a man, I don't care about his. Listen, I don't throw my wife under the bus. That's my boo. That's my queen. That's my everything. So the moment that dude said he was not my freak, I almost said it. He was not my enemy. We ain't got to go back and forth. Just go back to living your life, and I'm gonna go to living my life. And during this whole process, I don't know if you heard it, but I could hear his girl trying to come in the room and calm him down, and he told her to get out. I don't talk to my wife like that. I respect my woman. And so we start talking about creating boundaries in our household. I have said this 1,000 times. My wife and I have enough of life to deal with. The one thing I refuse to fight is her in our home over people who we don't even really know. Listen, I get we got to put the kids in line at times. I get we got to have some understanding and some boundary with the kids. Hey, my wife and I, just to share some backstory, we had to learn to combine families, and it wasn't easy, but we learned to combine, and it was over the past 10 years, we've had quite. And I wish he was here to even jump on camera to even share some of what we've been through. But nevertheless, it's not about that. It's about creating boundaries. With family members, we had to create healthy boundaries. There is no reason why you should allow your mother to disrespect your wife when your wife is giving you everything. See, I think that I took my vows very seriously. And so when my man came out his mouth, he said, I'm your cousin. I don't give an F about your wife. Let me put that in context. He said, I'm your cousin. First of all, for my brothers and people who know me intimately, they know that is the wrong thing to say to me. Because listen, this is me. When you ask a woman to marry you, when you join a life, I'm not talking about dating, I'm talking about marriage, putting a ring on somebody's finger, committing. I know the world is against that today. I'm not. I'm old school. That's a different level of commitment. So you cannot tell me I'm your cousin. You can't tell me I'm your blood and be disrespectful to my wife, because now my wife is my blood. My wife is my priority. See, I'm getting upset already, y'all. And so I had to push back and create that boundary. The boundary I had to create in this particular situation is, I'm going to let you go live your life, and let me go live my life. We have no reason to talk any longer. I got to ask my wife, y'all. You're going to get mad because I said I got to ask my wife and I never got back. Okay, rightly so. Either way, we could just handle it as grown men. My bad, I apologize. And I've done it to my friends, to my immediate friends. Things I forget. Birthdays I forget, invades I forget. Yo, my bad, y'all. As a matter of fact, my close brother Will, for his 45th birthday, I think it was, the person he was dating at the time called me and said, "Hey Rob, I'm throwing a surprise party for Will. Can you can you come through? Out of everybody who's gonna be there, he's gonna really want to see you." I said, I can't make it. I had my own business at the time. I was an entrepreneur, and all of my events were scheduled for Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. So that was the day I made my money for the week. I couldn't make it. And I said, look, do me a favor. I said, at his birthday party, can you just tell him I had an event, and I'm telling you, he gonna understand. Sure enough, he called me a week or so later. Hey Rob, I missed you, but I completely understood. Why? Because we have an understanding. Because he understands me. So for you to say I'm your blood or I'm your cousin and be disrespectful to the one who I said you're everything. Now I can get biblical about a man shall leave his mother and father his family and cleave to his wife. I can get biblical. I can go there. But I'm trying not to get biblical. I'm trying just to let y'all know, even on a regular, everyday human level, when you get on that one knee, and you say, baby, I love you so much. God, you mean the world to me, baby. Will you do me the honor of spending the rest of your life with me? That's serious business. That's serious business. What are the young people going to say now? I'm standing on business, y'all. So he said to me, I'm your cousin. I don't give a F about your wife. My brothers and sisters, that was the time for me to stand on business. Because what I believe was expected was this right here. My bad, yo. You know what, cuz? My bad, yo. That's my fault. You know what? I should have put my wife aside. I should have told her, go out with your girls. I'm going out with my cuz. We're going to hang out in Hotlanta doing God knows what all over the world. But you go ahead and do you. And I'll call you. I'll text you whenever I get into Atlanta. If I was 20, maybe I can get away with that, y'all. Within my soul. I ain't talking about get away with it, just inside me. But I'm 53 now. So there has to be some process of maturity that has taken place inside me. Not only that, I don't want to be in Hotlanta, do nothing without my wife. You could call me a Mitch A. Negro. You can say that boy has been P-whipped. Whatever it is you want to call me, my brothers and sisters, I'm it. Guilty as charged. Duck, duck, goose. I'm the freaking goose, y'all. So you got to create boundaries. And I have had to create these boundaries throughout the course of our relationship. And I'm going to be real. And in some cases, I failed and I had to go back and check some people or cut a lot of people off. My wife taught me this. Y'all. This is a very interesting thing. My wife taught me this. I got to ask my wife. Hold on, y'all. I got to ask my wife. Family sucks. My wife taught me this, y'all. She said, Rob, baby, she said, if anybody comes to you and say to you and offer some gossip to you that they were in the room while gossip was being said about you and they relay that so-and-so was talking about you and talking about us, she said, that's not your friend. That's not your true friend. I didn't understand that when she first said it. I'm slow sometimes, brothers and sisters. I'm slow sometimes. I didn't get it when she first said it. But my brothers and sisters, I got it. During that time, when she first said it, it caused a lot of turmoil because I didn't understand it. And so I pushed back. I was wrong. I was 1,000% wrong. I was ignorant, stupid. I was wrong. I heard what she said. It wasn't until a little while later I got it. And then years had passed, and I was working somewhere, and there was another friend, associate of ours, of my wife, of ours, not of mine, who said something very similar. Said that, hey, I was in a room, and they were saying that Robert and this, and Robert kind of just quit because, and God rest her soul, she actually passed away. She said, I checked him, Rob. He said, no. He a grown man. Him and his wife were beautiful together. They made a decision. She checked him. There's sometimes, my brothers and sisters, that as a man, in my ego, I'm just wrong. See, I can't talk about y'all, but I can talk about me. So I'm telling you about me. And maybe if I talk about me enough, it'll help you. And so sometimes I'm still learning to let go of that ego. But my wife was right. And that was a very interesting lesson. And it even goes for family. So I had to create these boundaries with family. Like if you are not going to praise us as a team, Don't praise me by myself. Don't praise her by herself. I'll praise her by herself. She can praise me by myself. But when we come to your house, when we come into your environment, because listen, anybody that comes to our home, anybody that comes into our environment, my one goal is encouragement, build up, edify. Listen, I've had kids who, when they were younger, didn't like the choice of individual they were dating. I don't bash them, beat them up, talk behind their back. I'm like, okay, this is your choice. I'm going to tell you what's going to be required for the choice you're making. And I support that. But for some reason, family can't do that. And so when you have a family like that, you got to now create boundaries. Yes, mofo, I got to ask my wife first. And if I forget about it, then just call me. Hey, Rob, I'm just checking in with you. We can be cordial, have a conversation. So I thought Craig's video was completely on point. Yes, I got to ask my wife. When I go to get my bottle of water, babe, can I get my bottle of water? Babe, I go to the store. Babe, can I go to the store? Hey, babe, I'm going to check with my wife on this. I'm going to check with my wife to turn my computer. Any possible thing. I'm telling y'all now, I'm guilty. Mitch, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm whipped, but it is the truth. You got, as a man, we have to create these boundaries to push the world back and protect what we love because we only get one shot at that. Because losing trust ain't always about cheating, y'all. All right, y'all. I hope I drove this point home. I hope, yes, it's okay. Your friends can laugh at you, brother. So what? You committed to her. She gonna be there till death do us part. Ride or die, swim or sink. That's what we signed up for. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know if I drove my point home. You gotta create healthy boundaries. Sometimes that healthy boundary means not calling that person or checking in every once in a while. And in other cases, it means cutting that person completely freaking off. And it takes a strong individual to cut off family and blood. I'm okay with that. Some of my family don't mess with me like that for whatever. I'm okay. God bless them. And I pray for all this success. I ain't mad. I'm just saying I'm going to support you in what you got going on. But if you can't do that for me, I'm going to leave you on the other side of the tracks. It's okay. It's okay. And I pray that maybe there'll be a change of heart at some point in all of this. That's what my wife prayed for our kids. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya. Anyway, y'all get at me in the next video. All right? Peace. I'm out.
Bye.
Got something to say. Hey, you got something to say.